Katy Perry shares holiday pics with Justin Trudeau and Orlando Bloom, and what started as a simple end-of-year photodump quickly turned into one of the most talked about celebrity moments in recent memory. No press release, no interview, no explanation, just a quiet post that somehow spoke louder than any headline ever could. With a single caption and a carefully curated set of images, Katy Perry offered the world the most revealing glimpse into her life after heartbreak, her unexpected new romance, and the unconventional but deeply intentional way she is redefining love, family, and personal peace. The power of the post came from how unpolished it felt. These weren't glossy magazine shots or heavily styled brand moments. They felt lived in. They felt real. They felt like memories, not marketing. One moment you're watching Katy laughing barefoot on a beach, hair loose, skin sun-kissed, leaning comfortably into Justin Trudeau with the kind of natural closeness that can't be staged. The next moment, you're transported into a completely different world. Icy streets, winter coats, Christmas lights, where Katy is skating hand in hand with Orlando Bloom and their daughter Daisy, smiling with the ease of people who share history, trust, and something deeper than romance. That contrast is exactly what made the internet pause. This wasn't just a celebrity showing off a vacation. This wasn't a soft launch or a hard launch or a PR pivot. This was a woman placing her past and present side by side and refusing to treat either one as something to hide or explain away. It was bold not because it was dramatic, but because it was calm. And in a culture addicted to chaos, calm can feel radical. To truly understand why this moment hit so hard, you have to look at Katy Perry's journey as a whole. She has spent nearly 2 decades living her life in public. From the very beginning of her career, she has worn her emotions on her sleeve. Her music has always mirrored her inner world, the highs, the lows, the insecurities, the reinventions. She never built a brand around mystery. She built it around honesty, even when that honesty made her vulnerable. And for a long time, Orlando Bloom was part of that honesty. Their relationship unfolded in real time through breakups and reconciliations, public declarations of love, and quieter moments of struggle. They weren't a fairy tale, but they were human. They tried. They fought for it. They grew together, and eventually they grew apart. When Daisy was born, everything shifted. Careers intensified, schedules conflicted, personal growth took them in different directions. When their engagement ended, it wasn't explosive, it wasn't ugly, it was resolved, and that resolution is what we're seeing now. What makes the holiday post so powerful is the absence of resentment. Orlando Bloom isn't edited out of the story. He isn't treated like an uncomfortable memory. He isn't pushed to the background to make space for someone new. He's right there, present, involved, trusted, and clearly still family. That alone challenged everything people expect from celebrity breakups. And then there's Justin Trudeau, the most unexpected element of all. For years, the public has known him in one role only, a political figure, carefully composed, measured, and constantly scrutinized. Seeing him in these photos strips away that image. There's no performance here, no agenda, no political polish, just a man smiling beside a woman he clearly feels comfortable with. The body language says more than any statement ever could. The closeness feels settled, not rushed, familiar, not tentative. And that's why the reaction was immediate and intense. People weren't just shocked by the pairing, they were fascinated by what it represented. A pop star and a former world leader connected not through spectacle, but through something that looks grounding, something calm, something private, even while being shared publicly. And yet, Katy never explains it. She doesn't clarify timelines, she doesn't address rumors, she doesn't justify her choices. She lets the images exist as they are, trusting the audience to draw their own conclusions. That takes confidence. It also takes emotional maturity. Katy Perry didn't ask for permission to move on. She didn't wait for the public to be ready. She didn't soften her truth to make it more digestible. She simply showed her life as it exists now, layered, blended, imperfect, and intentional. And that's why this moment resonates beyond gossip. At its core, this story is about growth, about how love doesn't disappear just because it changes form, about how families don't have to break in order to evolve, about how co-parenting doesn't have to be cold or distant. Katy's holiday post offers a different blueprint, one where respect replaces resentment, where communication replaces chaos, and where a child remains the emotional center of everything. Daisy's presence in these photos is subtle but powerful. She's not used as a headline or a prop. She's simply there, existing in a space where love surrounds her from multiple directions. And that might be the most important message of all. Katy is no longer performing happiness. She's living it. This is a woman fully stepping into her 40s with clarity instead of fear. She's not chasing validation. She's not trying to prove anything. She knows who she is now. She knows what matters, and she's protecting it fiercely. The symbolism throughout the post only reinforces that message. The contrast between warm beaches and icy streets, the blend of old love and new love, the coexistence of endings and beginnings. Nothing is erased. Nothing is denied. Everything is acknowledged. Public reaction reflected that complexity. Many people were genuinely moved, not because of the celebrity factor, but because the story felt relatable. People saw themselves in it, in the co-parenting, in the redefined relationships, in the idea that life doesn't end when one chapter closes. Of course, there were skeptics. There always are. Some questioned motives, some speculated timelines, some tried to manufacture drama where none was offered. But even those voices seemed to fade in the face of something more compelling: authenticity. And authenticity is rare. What makes this moment quietly revolutionary is that Katy didn't try to control the narrative. She didn't monetize it. She didn't weaponize it. She shared it, and then she let it breathe. No follow-up explanation, no defensive statements, no overexposure. That restraint speaks volumes. It signals a woman who is no longer interested in convincing anyone of her worth, a woman who understands that not everyone will approve and is at peace with that, a woman who has learned that the most powerful statement is often silence paired with truth. For Justin Trudeau, this moment marks a visible transition into a more personal chapter, one less defined by duty and more by choice. For Orlando Bloom, it reinforces an image of emotional intelligence and presence that many people admire. But above all, this moment belongs to Katy Perry. It belongs to a woman choosing joy without denying her past, choosing love without abandoning responsibility, choosing balance in a world obsessed with extremes. This holiday post isn't just a collection of images, it's a declaration, a reminder that life doesn't follow a script, that love can exist in many forms at the same time, that growth doesn't always look loud, sometimes it looks quiet, steady, and deeply human. And whether people celebrate it, question it, or endlessly analyze it, one thing is undeniable. Katy Perry just rewrote the narrative, and she did it on her own terms. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.